All right, so today is the fifth session of the 21-day fasting. Seems like there's an on and off pattern that's going on where I'm starting off day 1, off day 2, on day 3, off day 4, on day 5. Now, that's off to a little slow start, I must say, but hopefully I have the opportunity to finish strong. We don't know what the future holds. And even yesterday it rained. What can I say? Just take a little break from the rain. But I just want to take a little moment in this intro to mention that, life is very precious, And as far as me introing that, is like sometimes as I could be on this journey, exercising, getting my fitness on, somewhere parts in the world, there's something that comes up and it's an emergency. So definitely I got that phone call today that is an emergency. So on day 5 exercising, I'm going to work out, but who's to tell about 6 or when I'm going to continue. But family comes first than anything else. And I just want to break down the order of my importance. Hopefully it might be important to you, but the number one importance is self. Most people might put God first, which is fine. Most people might put their belief in, what they worship first. It's fine. But this human flesh, self, I'm gonna put that as one. Because once you get a chance to know yourself, know your likes, know your dislikes, know what makes you have an intuition why this is a bad day, and then something else comes up later on, kind of proves your point why you was feeling bad, or why are you in a good mood, for some kind of celebration. That's good. Second thing I put after that is communication with loved ones. That's second. Communication, and especially with loved ones. For some reason, when I hear that word communication with loved ones, it puts it over money. It puts it over material things, the whole list. Because once this person's not there anymore in this journey, in this lifespan, they're not there no more. There's no dollar amount. There's no amount of justice. I saw it on YouTube that the guy was serving 40 years for his crime, whatever. She said even if it's 1,000,000 years, she'll still feel the way she feel. You know what I mean? She lost a loved one, but that's on another topic. But in regards to tonight, number 2 is communication with loved ones. All right, and number 3, I think, goes down to definitely family and community. What I or you put out in the community may be able to help somebody else out. It may not be the dollar. It might be a piece of clothing, might be some water, food. It might be a job. Yeah, I heard you was looking for a job. There's an opportunity, helping somebody else out. So those are the 3 things. Now, there's a whole lot of other lists of things that could pertain to you of how to make your life good. But for some reason, that silence, distance yourself, don't want to talk to nobody, don't want to engage with nobody. For some reason, it shows the true colors later down the road, because you feel alone, got no one to talk to, all that stuff. So those are my principles and morals that I'm sharing tonight. Tomorrow's not promised. I clearly understand that. So with that being said, we're gonna continue this exercise on day 5. I may have to say I'm gonna hold off. Hopefully I'll jump back on at a certain day within the 21 days. If not, I'm gonna pick back up, because know why? It's in my DNA to do what I'm doing. It's in my DNA. I love to exercise. I love to share. I love to help others. I want to see everybody win. It's one of my things. I was able to journal, through my lowest points. At the end of the day, I still want to see everybody win. So we have Soul, Immortal. This one here is called The Power of Interrupted Thinking, the Importance of Airplane Mode. Okay, And this video is about a good 7 minutes and 50 seconds, so I'm gonna drop in a second video. The second video is mastering success. Hold on one sec here. Mastering success. Do this and the world is yours. Okay, so let me see here. So yeah, we're about to get started on that workout, and same thing as day one, 30 reps, everything. We definitely hopping in. Let me go over that exercise real quick. Listening to okay, so we have the single leg alternate 30 reps, squats, 30 squats. First or 1 minute of the Asian squat, the deep squat, the adult portal squat, 2 minute plank, 1.5 minute plank on each side. For the upper body, the same as before, which we're doing the curls with the brick, the rip right, still holding for 10 seconds, ripping it 10 times, and doing a count, sequence countdown on that. And I forgot to do it on session 3, day 3, but we're doing the raise with the brick. All right. Now, one of the improvements I felt, definitely is my midsection got tighter on the plank. Okay, so the 2 minute plank definitely is a plus. The side plank is definitely a plus. So yeah, that's looking pretty good. All right, so we about to get started, and you know, you just gotta, anybody that's new into the way I'm talking about life, you know, if it's something that doesn't connect with you, you know, I just take time to apologize. Sorry for the inconvenience, because at the end of the day, you know, I just feel this type of vibration that, you know, I share amongst others. You know what I mean? I don't want to be the one living this life and is like ignoring domestic violence, ignoring, you know, the blueprint for the men or women out there. There's a blueprint just to get through this struggle. You know, most people might adapt to that struggle. Not adapt, but accept that struggle for what it is. I'm one of those that trying to see that blueprint and get out that struggle, so then I can get into another vibration like, okay, this is what I've been dreaming for. This is what I've been wanting. Okay. So with that being said, let's get started on the workout, and just take it from there. All right. And if you do resonate what I'm saying, just want to say thank you. You know what I mean? You're not the only one going through a situation. You know, if you're aware of what's going on in life, you know what I mean? I just want to say thank you. You know what I mean? Thank you for, you know, real, recognizing real type of deal. Okay. So let's get this thing going.
I know you have a hard time ingesting this, but everything that you watch, listen to, eat, it's either making you a better or a worse version of yourself. Until man understands this, he will never be able to break the chains of mental bondage. Here we are, New Year's Eve. Only a few hours from a whole new decade. And while most people are out buying bottles, while most people are out, you know, reserving the VIP spot at Bella Noche's, I find myself seeking the silence, you know what I'm saying? And what better place to find the silence than to go to the place where God lives? Oh yeah, it's gonna be a good one. At ease. It's your boy Soul Immortal. Well, you know, one of my pet peeves is when I get on an airplane and they tell me to put my equipment in airplane mode. I can't stand that, right? Now, it's not that it pisses me off. It's the fact that, we got self-driving vehicles. Amazon is delivering packages with drones. And you telling me you can't get this 747 off the ground because I'm sending an email? You know what I'm saying? But as I continue to evolve into the best version of myself, right? Once I became aware that I was a creator of my own world through my thoughts and through my actions, right? I began to understand the importance of airplane mode, right? Now, I'm not talking about hitting the switch on a phone. I'm talking about hitting the switch in my life. I'm talking about, having the ability to separate myself from everything. Some years ago, I was watching a video on YouTube by the late and great Jim Rohn that would change my life forever, right? And it was a video called Walk Away from the 97%, right? And it was talking about how the majority of people are broke, how the majority of people won't be able to retire, how the majority of people aren't even really happy. And he was saying, walk away from the 97%, right? He said, don't do what they do. Don't talk like they talk. Don't act like they act. Don't go to the places that they go. Because if you do, like, it's guaranteed that you'll get the exact same result that they're getting, right? And I'm telling you guys, once I applied that to my life, brother, everything changed. Once I separated myself from the mindset of the masses, brother, I can't even recognize my life compared to what it used to be. You know what I'm saying? Just separate myself from what everybody else does. I've been able to double my income twice. I'm healthier. I used to be 263. Now I'm down. I weighed this morning, I'm 219. I'll be in the 200s a few weeks. So my life is getting better. And third, my circle. My circle is now only consisting of people that were there when I had nothing. You know what I'm saying? So just taking that knowledge from him alone was life-changing. But why is it important to walk away from the 97%? Because you can't afford to have any of that negative thinking. You can't afford to have any of those negative actions in your life, brother, because it's gonna bring you down. The only thing that comes from hanging with people with that don't have the right mindset is they create ceilings. They create ceilings on your beliefs. And I'm telling you, the best life to live is a life without ceilings. Now let's talk about something, guys. Let's talk about being a product of your environment, right? And the reason I want to talk about that is because this is where I see a lot of my young brothers drop the ball, right? See, you could have two young men that grow up in the same neighborhood under the same circumstances for the same amount of time, right? And you might have one of those brothers end up being the guy you see walk around with his pants all down his butt. He might stay in trouble. He might stay on drugs, right? And then you'll see that other brother, that other young man, he may grow up and be something great in life. He may be a doctor. He may be a ball player. He may be just a counselor to help other young brothers, but he's successful at what he's doing. Now, the thing is, if a person is a product of their environment, then how do these two people that lived under the same circumstances have two completely different results? It's because people have been led to believe that their environment is what they see as opposed to what they feel. In other words, your environment is not the hood you were raised in. Your environment is the mindset. Your environment are the feelings that you hold close to you. You know what I'm saying? And that's why it's so important to have solitude. That's why it's so important to be in control of your thoughts. Because that's your environment. That's the world you're going to create, man. You know, like Jim Rohn said, you know, don't do what everybody else does. Don't go where they go. Don't talk like they talk. Don't act like they act. Because you're guaranteed to get that exact same result. People are living their lives and they aren't with the man or woman that they want to be with. They aren't at the financial level that they want to be at. And it just seems like the life that they have imagined in their minds is just so far unobtainable. You know what I'm saying? But after today, that's going to change. Because if you can just make, you know, a few minor adjustments to 3 areas in your life, you know, not achieving the life that you want will be a thing of the past. Let's talk about it. When it comes to belief, there's absolutely no gray area. It's like either you believe or you don't. There's no in between, you know what I'm saying? And it amazes me how many people, you know, how many people go to church their whole lives, 20, 30, 40, 50 years, and when push comes to shove, they have absolutely no belief, you know what I'm saying? It intrigues me how many people are consistently posting spiritual and motivational quotes, but their life is in misery. You know, when trouble comes, they doubt. See, in my opinion, the majority of people that are saying that they believe, they really aren't believers. Because, you know, when you're living your life and the news is putting out bad information, talking about the economy is going to crap, when it's talking about, you know, cancer and AIDS is on the rise, you know, you shaking your boots. You get on the horn with your homegirls and your homeboys talking about how bad the world is. That right there lets you know that your belief is in man as opposed to the Most High. You know what I'm saying? When you get this kind of information, you shouldn't be shaken. If you're standing on solid ground, it should not even faze you. So the main thing that you have to alter, or the main thing that you have to come in this understanding to, is your beliefs. You know what I'm saying? Like, do you believe that the Most High is who he say he is? Like, do you believe that the Most High does what she says she does? Because if you do, then the things that take place in this world, they won't faze you. So when it comes to belief, what man must do is find his truth. Now when I say what's your truth, I'm not talking about, you know, in the beginning, God created the heaven and earth and whatever. I'm talking about once you remove yourself from whatever religion you were taught, right? Once you remove, you know, the teachings of your parents and your teachers from growing up, once you remove all of that and it's just you and the higher source, like what are you left with? Like what are you standing on? You know what I'm saying? What are your beliefs? What are your truths? Like do you believe that you can overcome poverty and sickness with just your thoughts, with just the command of your mind? Like, do you believe that? Or do you believe that you're subject to to whoever the president is, or to whatever war is taking place, or are you subject to that? You know what I'm saying? It all comes down to your belief. And when I talk about belief, I'm talking about elevation, and we know that elevation takes separation. So to find your truth, man, you must separate yourself from everything that you've known. Everything you were taught from day one, everything that you're hearing in your ears, you have to separate yourself and find your own truth. And once you find it, then stand on it. The second thing is this: you have no objective, right? So I talk to guys every single day, man. And a lot of these guys are saying things like, man, I want to travel the world, man. I want to do big things, And I'll say, cool, brother. Like, I said, well, where do you want to go? And they're just like, I don't know. I ain't never thought about that. And I'm like, you're telling me that you're desiring a certain thing from the world, right? But you don't know what it is? Like how can the universe give you a thing that doesn't exist in your mind, right? For the brother to say, you know what, I want to travel the world, man. I want to see Egypt. I want to see Bahamas or wherever. It amazes me when a man says, I want to see the world, but he has absolutely no clue where he wants to go. You know what I'm saying? If a brother wants to see the world, he needs to have that objective. If a brother wants to go to Bahamas, he should know exactly what it costs to get there. He should know what the cruise costs, what the flight costs, what the hotel's going to cost when he get there. What kind of activities he's going to do when he gets there. Because if that's not in his mind, he doesn't want to go. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of brothers are just thinking aloof without being focused, without having objectives. And the same thing happens when brothers talk about, I want a certain woman in my life, man. Like I want to find that 5% woman. And I'm like, cool, brother. Let's talk about that, And I say, well, what does that woman look like? Like tell me about her. And the brother's like, what do you mean? I'm like, tell me who she is. Like, what are her characteristics? And they're just I don't. The thing is this: there's no way in the world you can find that perfect man or woman, in your life, if you don't know what that person looks like. In other words, you're asking the universe, you're asking the Most High to give you a thing that you don't even know what it looks like. If a person is wanting that perfect mate in their life, they have to have a target. They have to say, you know what? I want a woman in my life that's like X, Y, Z. She's loving, she's nurturing, she loves kids, she loves traveling, she loves dogs, she's funny, she's this. If all you know in your mind is, she got a big booty and a smile, brother, you got a plethora of 95% women to pick from if that's all you want. If you want a 5% woman, you have to be focused. You have to have a certain objective in life. And the same thing comes down in finances. Brothers want to double and triple their finances. And brothers, I'm telling you, to do that is easy. And I'm actually getting ready to put a video about that on Patreon. But brothers say, I'm tired of my job. I'm tired of doing what I'm doing. My boss is killing me. I'm ready for something different, right? And I'm like, cool. Like let's talk about that, right? And I say, well, what are you passionate about? Like how much money do you want to make? And it's like all they know is that they're tired of their current situation. So in other words, they're living their lives in a backward looking, looking backwards. You have to have a goal. If you want to leave that job, don't focus on what pisses you off about that job. You have to set your mind on what you're going to. If you want to make 100K, if you want to make 150, if you want to be an actor, actress, if you want to, get in banking, if you want to get in whatever, you have to see that. You have to know what that is. You have to have a target. Because without a target, guys, you're just spinning your wheels. Now, the third thing is this: you're getting in your own way, right? So you'll have defined your beliefs, right? You'll have chosen your objectives, right? But when it comes to implementing this thing, you know, when it comes to the Most High bestowing his blessings and bringing these things into fruition, for some reason, we feel like we have to assist God. You know what I'm saying? Like, in other words, like what I'm saying is this. If you're a man and you're trying to say, you know what, you know, I've been single for a long time. I've been hardcore red pill. I've been monk for a long time. Now I'm getting to the point where I want to get out there, man, and start entertaining women again. But then you'll say, you know what? Well, let me lose a few pounds first. Like let me get to this level in life first. You know, like let me help God put me in position to be a more attractive man. You know, you'll have your eyes set on purchasing a home or purchasing a car, and you'll do everything right to bring this thing into existence. But then you'll say, well, let me get my credit score, you know, just a little bit higher. You know, let me wait till I'm on the job for a year or two before I submit that credit application or whatever, right? And the thing is this, like, we're dealing with the power. We're dealing with the entity that has no jurisdiction on this world, right? And if that thing has no jurisdiction on this planet, that must mean that it operates to a whole other set of rules, or no rules at all. You know what I'm saying? So when we're talking about credit scores, when we're talking about getting jobs that require a certain degree, you know, when we're talking about certain levels that man has put on us, guys, what we're doing is we're putting ourselves in the way. We're saying that, you know, let me first achieve this worldly standard before I let you kick in, God. You know, let me get to a certain point before I let you sprinkle your sauce on it. We're getting in the way, guys. If you watched a number of my videos, you've seen me talk about, you know, a handful of scenarios where things happened in my life that were unexplainable. You know what I'm saying? And like I always say, guys, there's no such thing as miracles. There's only higher levels of understanding. So guys, the main thing you have to do, you know, you have your beliefs, you have your targets, your goals, your objectives, right? All you have to do after that is just get the hell out the way, man, and let the universe do what it does, man. You know what I'm saying? Nipsey Hussle said this. He said, life is just a fight against your disbeliefs.
I'm slight speechless in a sense of, you know, I'm grateful to be here, grateful to be exercising, grateful to be sweating, and just thankful to be alive, honestly, you know. On the exercise, just glad to push through, and you know, just word is appreciation, just appreciating life, you know, because sometimes I do feel that, you know, we're going for this goal, this treasure, this finish line, this end goal, this big results type of thing, and then part of that journey, there's other things that's taking place, good or bad, you know. But I feel like I'm speaking all over the place, which I don't like, especially do it live like this. So just want to be thankful, you know. Tomorrow's not promised, so I normally say I'm ready for day 6, but May has already hit me with the weather, and May is hitting me with a family emergency. So I got my duties, my responsibilities to take care of right now. All right, so with that being said, you guys take care. The documentary will continue, just May is showing a lot of different type of obstacles for me right now, and if there is a chance to do more exercises within 21 days, we'll see what's the percentage, the outcome on that, and you know, I'll accept it for what it is. I didn't choose this fasting to be perfect or push through the toughness. I really chose this fasting because I do believe that by seeing someone else pushing through their type of greatness may also encourage somebody else to push through their potential to become great. All right. So with that being said, you guys take care.